Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the British Accent Podcast. I'm Emily, and with me as always is Nick.
Hey everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's so important for a lot of learners: how to speak English confidently, even if you're naturally shy or feel nervous about speaking.
That's right. Many people tell us they can understand English well, they know grammar and vocabulary, but the moment it comes to speaking, especially with native speakers, they freeze up.
And that's completely normal. Confidence in speaking isn't something you're born with, it's something you build gradually through practice and smart strategies.
Today, we're going to talk about practical ways to overcome shyness, manage anxiety, and start speaking more freely. We'll cover techniques to train your mind, tips to build your speaking skills, and ways to turn small steps into big progress.
One key thing to remember right away is that mistakes are not the enemy. In fact, making mistakes is one of the fastest ways to learn. The more you practice, the more your brain gets used to producing English naturally.
Absolutely. Another strategy is to start small. You don't need to jump into full conversations with strangers right away. Begin with short sentences, self-talk in English, or even recording yourself speaking for a few minutes each day.
And gradually, you'll notice your hesitation decreasing. Your confidence grows as your brain becomes more comfortable with producing English in real time.
Another tip is to practice shadowing or repeating phrases after native speakers, like in shows, podcasts, or YouTube videos. This helps you get used to the rhythm, intonation, and flow of English without the pressure of coming up with sentences on the spot.
And don't underestimate the power of mindset. Visualizing yourself speaking confidently and imagining positive interactions can make a huge difference in how relaxed you feel when the moment comes.
Right, and surrounding yourself with supportive people or language partners also helps. Having someone encouraging to practice with can reduce fear and make speaking feel more natural.
Plus, remember that confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up and communicating. Even if your grammar isn't flawless, your message still gets across, and that's what matters most.
So, with consistent practice, small daily actions, and a positive mindset, anyone, even the shyest learner, can start speaking English more confidently.
Let's dive deeper into some specific exercises and routines that can make this process even more effective.
One exercise I really like is speaking to yourself in English throughout the day. It sounds simple, but narrating your actions, describing what you see, or even planning your day out loud in English helps you get used to producing sentences without fear of judgment.
Yes, and another approach is to join online conversation groups or language exchanges where the environment is low pressure. The key is regular, short practice sessions rather than forcing yourself into long conversations that feel intimidating.
Also, reading aloud can be very effective. Choose a book, article, or even subtitles from a show, and read it out loud. Focus on pronunciation, intonation, and natural rhythm. This strengthens your speaking muscles and builds fluency over time.
Shadowing comes into play here too. After reading aloud, try to imitate the way native speakers say the same sentences. This bridges the gap between understanding and producing English naturally.
Another thing that helps is memorizing go-to phrases. These are simple sentences you can use in multiple situations, like "I think that," or "Could you explain that again?" Having a set of ready phrases reduces hesitation and makes conversation flow easier.
And don't forget, listening is just as important as speaking. The more you hear natural English, through podcasts, movies, YouTube videos, the more your brain gets accustomed to patterns, vocabulary, and common expressions, which in turn boosts confidence.
Right? And something people often overlook is body language. Standing or sitting tall, making eye contact, and using gestures can make you feel more confident internally, and it also makes your speech more engaging.
A big part of this journey is patience. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. Celebrate small wins, like finishing a conversation without pausing too much or understanding a native speaker without asking them to repeat. These victories build momentum.
Finally, remember that shyness is natural, and it doesn't mean you can't be fluent. By practicing consistently, using these strategies, and maintaining a positive mindset, you gradually rewire your brain to speak more freely and confidently in English.
Now, let's go through some step-by-step exercises you can start doing today to take your confidence to the next level.
One practical exercise is the 5-minute monologue. Set a timer and speak in English about any topic for 5 minutes straight. Don't worry about mistakes. Focus on keeping the flow going. Over time, this trains your brain to think and speak without freezing.
Another useful method is recording yourself. Pick a short text or your own thoughts, record, then listen back. You'll notice areas where pronunciation or sentence structure can improve, and hearing yourself helps reduce self-consciousness.
Role-playing is also fun and effective. Imagine common scenarios: ordering food, asking for directions, making small talk, and practice speaking as if it were real. Doing this repeatedly makes actual conversations less intimidating.
And mixing in interactive tools like language apps or AI chatbots gives instant feedback in a low-pressure environment. It's like having a conversation partner anytime without the fear of judgment.
Don't forget the power of repetition. Go back to phrases, dialogues, or sentences you've practiced before. Repeating them strengthens memory and makes them more automatic when you need them in real life.
Pairing speaking with other skills helps too. For instance, when listening to a podcast, pause and repeat sentences, then try using similar structures in your own words. This reinforces both comprehension and production.
Another tip is to focus on functional English. Instead of memorizing random words, learn expressions and phrases that you actually use in daily conversation. This makes speaking more practical and less intimidating.
And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Native speakers don't expect perfection. Each mistake is a learning opportunity, and the more you embrace them, the faster your confidence grows.
Visualization can help too. Before speaking, picture yourself having a smooth, confident conversation. This mental rehearsal reduces anxiety and primes your brain for success.
Lastly, keep a daily speaking habit, even if it's just a few minutes. Consistency beats intensity. Over weeks, these small efforts compound, and you will notice a significant boost in both confidence and fluency.
Also, try thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. It might feel strange at first, but it speeds up your responses and makes your speech sound more natural.
And don't underestimate the value of shadowing. Listen to a short audio clip and try to mimic the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation exactly. It's like training your mouth and ears simultaneously.
Another great method is to speak in front of a mirror. It sounds a bit funny, but it helps you monitor your facial expressions, mouth movements, and overall body language while speaking.
Group activities can be very motivating too. Join English conversation clubs or online groups. The social aspect encourages you to speak more and gives real-time feedback in a supportive environment.
Keep a phrase notebook. Write down useful expressions or sentences you hear in daily life, movies, or podcasts. Review and practice them regularly, and soon they'll pop up naturally in your conversations.
Reading out loud is underrated. Pick articles, short stories, or even song lyrics and read them aloud daily. This strengthens pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm while building confidence.
And when you make mistakes, try to self-correct in real time. This active engagement teaches your brain to adjust on the spot, which is crucial for spontaneous conversations.
Finally, celebrate small victories. Every time you complete a sentence without pausing too long or express an idea clearly, acknowledge it. Confidence grows with every small success.
The key is consistency, patience, and embracing the process. Over time, speaking English confidently, even if you're shy, becomes a natural part of your daily life.
Another tip is to use mini speeches. Pick a topic, like your favorite movie or hobby, and talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes without stopping. Record yourself if possible. Listening back helps you notice areas to improve.
That's a great idea. Also, try practicing chunking, where you learn to say groups of words together instead of word by word. It makes your speech flow more naturally and reduces hesitation.
Don't forget the power of imitation. Pick a native speaker you admire, maybe from a podcast or YouTube, and mimic not just their words, but their intonation, pauses, and emphasis.
And take advantage of technology. Use language apps or AI tools that let you practice speaking and get immediate feedback on pronunciation or grammar. It's like having a personal tutor anytime.
Make speaking part of your daily routine. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day consistently is better than occasional long practice sessions. Daily habit builds muscle memory for your speech muscles.
Surround yourself with English in a way that feels natural. Change your phone language, follow social media accounts in English, or talk to friends in English when possible. The more exposure, the easier it becomes.
Also, don't be afraid to pause. Shy speakers often rush, but a calm, measured pace with natural pauses shows confidence and helps you think clearly while speaking.
And remember, listening is just as important as speaking. The more you understand native speakers, the more comfortable and confident you become responding in real conversations.
Lastly, be kind to yourself. Confidence comes gradually, and every effort counts. Mistakes are part of the learning journey, not setbacks.
Keep practicing, stay consistent, and your confidence will grow steadily with time.
So, to wrap up today's episode, remember that speaking English confidently, even if you're shy, is all about consistent practice, exposure, and self-compassion. Use mini speeches, imitate native speakers, practice chunking, and make English a part of your daily life.
Absolutely. Confidence doesn't come overnight, but every small step you take adds up. Be patient with yourself, celebrate progress, and don't fear making mistakes. They're your stepping stones to improvement.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, your voice matters, and with time, it will shine.
We'll see you in the next episode. Keep speaking, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.